One, and we're live. I actually said one today. Usually I don't say one. I just say three, two,
And
and
then
we're
that's it.
live.
One and done. So listen, folks, we're
Exactly.
back. We're
We're
back
back.
with a brand new episode.
Yep. Did you miss us last week? Did you
Yeah,
miss us? The
you know
podcast
what?
world went mad. There's a big gap. There was a massive gap in the market last week.
People,
New people trying to get in there.
mail, man. I got mail coming through saying, "Where were you guys? You guys let us down." Okay, look. Well, listen, we're back.
Oh,
We're back, folks, with a brand
gosh.
new episode. Devoured. This is episode 324.
Yeah, 324. Say no more, mate. Say no more.
How many
No,
times?
say more. Actually,
Say
say
more.
more.
We need to say more.
Otherwise, it'd be a boring podcast,
It'd be
wouldn't it?
just silence. All right. Okay. Listen, look, folks. We've got listen. All our always these podcasts are amazing. So listen, we've got another great podcast for you. We're going to be speaking about Mickey 17 a bit later on. We're going to throw in some trailers, anniversary corner. We're going to speak about what's new on streaming, and obviously a bit of movie news. But before that, let's do Deval. Take it away.
Let's do the shout outs. Yes, I've got a couple of shout outs this week. First shout out goes to Lay78, so LAI 78, otherwise known as Nana Elaine. Big friend of the show. She watches us all the time, so I heard. I didn't know actually, but big respect. Watches the podcast or listens to the podcast. She's a massive film, movie buff, series, Netflix, all that sort of thing. She's actually watching a show that I'm watching too called Adolescence, which I'll talk about a bit later. And she said Adolescence is wicked.
Yes.
So I'll talk about it in a second. But big shout out to you, Nana Elaine, otherwise known as Lele78 on Instagram. Go check her out. Go see what she's watching. Yeah, go check her out.
Lele, if you want, come on the show and let's do this.
Actually, you know what? She does want to. Actually, yes, she does want to. Yes.
Let's do it. If you listen to this show, listen to this episode. Come on, get in touch with us, and we would love for you to be on the show so that we can talk about films and movies and TVs and get to know you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Another person that's going to come on the show soon as well is Ciel Noir 3. Again, go check her out on Instagram.
Friend of the show.
Big friend of the show. We had her on. Do you know what? It's really bad to say this. Yeah, it was a couple of years ago.
I know. But look,
really bad. It's really bad. Not of her, it's bad of us.
Yeah, and look at what's happened in between then. Like all the movies that have come out, she's been in movies, she's been in TV shows, she's kind of, creating content and getting out there as well. So yeah, man, we've got to get her back.
We'll get her back real soon. Big shout out to Ciel Noir 3. Go check her out as well, yeah?
Yeah, brilliant. All right, let's get into the movie news now. Devaldo, I don't know. Listen, look, rumors, we don't really do rumors on this show because that's not our thing. If you want rumors, go to another YouTube channel. We bring the real stuff. But I just got to say, this is a rumor. Sadie Sink. Now, Sadie Sink, Deval, where can our listeners, where do our listeners know Sadie Sink from?
Isn't she the one from, what's it called? The kids. What is it? My mind's gone blank. Isn't she from Stranger Things, no? The redhead.
She is. The redhead girl from Stranger Things. And she's done lots of things. We saw her in, remember The Whale?
No.
Yes, we remember the movie where...
with, what's his name? Brendan Fraser. Okay, yeah.
Played the daughter. Do you remember that?
Yes,
she played the daughter.
Yeah.
So she's been, big career ahead of her. She's been in other stuff as well. But here's the rumor.
She's something else as well on Disney Plus. There's like a musical type show that she's in.
Oh, maybe, yeah, man. She's gonna get picked up.
I saw the trailer actually. I saw the trailer.
Do you remember Fear Street? Do you remember the slasher movies?
Yes.
She was in that as well. She's really great. So Sadie Sink, apparently the rumor is she's gonna turn up in Spider-Man 4. So Spider-Man 4, the Tom Holland movie, rumored to be playing an X-Men character.
Oh,
now who do you think it could be?
Jean Grey, obviously, isn't it?
That's straight away. I went straight to Jean Grey. Could you? I can see it happening.
Okay, they've gone for a younger version then, yeah?
Yeah, because remember they've got to build up now. But the interesting thing there is, Devaldo, we're gonna start to see more of the mutants. So Spider-Man 4, obviously, everyone has forgotten that Peter Parker Spider-Man. So we've got to kind of do that whole reboot thing. But also, what a perfect way to introduce more mutants. Jean Grey has to tap into the minds and to make people remember.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
Omega level. She can do it.
That's true, actually. Yes, they'll need something to amplify her abilities, which could be Cerebro.
Yes,
Oh my
because
gosh.
we don't have this Charles Xavier now, do we? In the
Yeah,
MCU?
exactly. No, 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 no,
No,
no,
actually,
no.
we're not. Do we?
Well, no, no. Well, I guess they can introduce him as well, maybe. But yeah, so far, no. That's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea to
Because
get
we would need to.
Spider-Man remembered again, because so far MJ doesn't know him.
No, exactly. So let's look. It's a rumor at the moment. We'll see what
Mm,
happens. But obviously, anything can happen with the MCU.
mm.
Now, this one, Devaldo, this is really interesting that you put this up there. Starship Troopers. Was it? Is it? No, it's not an 80s movie, is it? It's a 90s, late 90s movie, wasn't it? Did it come out in
Yeah,
the
it was
90s?
97, I want to say.
97, yeah. I
I
remember
want to say
watching this movie.
97. Mm.
Paul Verhoeven, I think it was.
Wicked film.
Brilliant.
Wicked film.
Like,
Starship Troopers.
man, it was one of those movies where it was
I
like,
get
shit.
you, sir. Is
Yeah,
that what I said?
like
I
the
get you,
grunts,
sir.
they go out there,
Yeah.
aliens are invading, like good like special effects and everything for its
Yep.
time. So what's
Yep.
happening, Deval? Are we
Wicked special
seeing this?
effects. We're seeing this again, from what I understand. So, what? I mean, Paul Verhoeven. Let's just quickly go through Paul Verhoeven.
Man,
Paul Verhoeven did RoboCop.
yes,
Obviously,
running. No, not Running Man. What was the other one with Arnold?
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Total Recall. Hollow Man as well.
Yes.
Also done a film that you probably would never think he would do, but he did Showgirls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, and
and
didn't he
also
do
Basic Instinct.
Instinct?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So very, very versatile director. But yeah, with the action sci-fi stuff, yeah, Starship Troopers was wicked. Like I said, the graphics, the creatures, the guns, it was wicked. And
Yeah.
from what I hear, another really good director who likes sci-fi, likes working with creatures as well in sci-fi, Neil Blomkamp, who
Yes.
almost done the new Alien film. He is now is being said to have signed up to direct a new version of Starship Troopers, which I think is a match made in heaven. I think
Brilliant match made in heaven.
that should be a good mix, definitely.
He could easily bring his spin on it. Like we've already seen
Yes,
Chappie, we've already seen
yes,
District 8, District 9, whatever.
yeah.
So 100%. I think that franchise will be in
Great
great hands.
match. Yeah,
Great,
you can
really,
imagine
really
like a
great.
dirty, gritty
Grungy
future. The guns are all kind of like alien looking. The
and the
creatures are going to
grunts.
be nasty. Oh, it's going to be good. It's
Yeah.
going to be good.
Mate, that's a winner, that one. All right, okay. Listen, we're keeping moving news a bit short for you so that we can get into the other stuff because there's quite a few other things that we want to speak about. 2 new shows. And listen, Devaldo, I want to get into this. Have you caught up with Daredevil?
No.
All right, okay.
So I've seen 2 episodes.
Okay,
Yeah, I've seen
so
the first 2 episodes I've seen so
okay,
far.
all right, okay.
Yeah.
So, so a bit spoilery. So all I'm going to say
Spoiler
is
alert, big time.
spoiler alert over here. Now, first of all, here was my thing. I was like, they can't match it. They can't match what we got before. They can't match it because I went back and I watched season 1 of Daredevil.
Oh, did you?
You know
Okay,
what?
okay.
I thought, you know what? Let me just go back a bit and watch season 1, and then I started watching
Good
a bit of
times.
season.
Good old times, isn't it?
Oh man! And there's still so many scenes in there which I'm like, fuck, this was great. That fight scene in that hallway, and like he's taking out this, and Matt's doing this, and Matt's doing that. Really great. Great villain. And you know what? Oh my gosh! I'm telling you, man. I've seen the first 3 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, and you know what? We're there. I'm with it. This great. I think it's really good. There's a massive thing that happens in episode 1.
From the get-go. That's when you realize it's almost like a Thanos level thing where with Avengers Infinity War, when Thanos beat up the Hulk, from the get-go, you realized, okay, I better sit down for this. Didn't messing around. And when they took away, when they dealt with Loki as well, you thought,
yes,
okay. So in Daredevil Daredevil Born Again episode 1, you get a shift You get the shit. The only thing I didn't like about it, sorry, the only thing I didn't like about it was, and it's being really nitpicky, but the fight scene between him and another person, which I won't spoil.
CGI.
Yeah, man. It was all like,
man,
how can they keep it natural?
You know, there's a bit in there. He's first of all, I thought, is this guy Spider-Man? Like, you know, he rolls in, and I was just like, why did they have to do that?
It kind of reminded me of The Matrix when he was fighting all those Mr. Smiths.
Yeah,
and it got a bit CGI-ish, you know.
CGI-ish. There's 100% there's that. But you know, what did you think about this whole thing about being born again? Like, you know, this idea that obviously something has to happen, and for him to kind of give up the mask.
Yeah, I get it.
And that I get. Wilson Fisk, you know, so beneath all of the kind of, hey, I want to do good now and I'm nothing, you know, there's going to be a moment where something happens and he's just going to go mental.
Wilson Fisk, or the actor who plays him, is a very, very good example of acting with your whole body, your face, your expressions. They say communication, like verbal communication, is only like 10-15% of communication. When you see like Fisk, when you see him on screen, he doesn't even have to speak.
I know.
The expression in his face is telling you something. And he's always, I like that character. He's probably my favorite character in all of it. The way he carries on, he's wicked.
Yeah, he's good. He's got that voice. He goes like, you know, he does that thing. He starts twitching. He starts twitching with his fingers, and he does like, you know, he does these things, which I thought was really good. So the big thing for me is there's that incident that happens, you know, and then we're gonna get, obviously, Matt has to be sucked back into, like, you know, doing what he does best, and it ends. I'm not going to spoil anything for the third episode, but it ends on a cliffhanger. And there's a character in episode 2 called the White Tiger.
Okay, yeah. But we've seen him before somewhere.
Mate, he died.
What do you mean he died?
He died in real life, the actor.
Oh, serious?
He just died in December 2024.
Oh, shit, is it?
Yeah, I was like, what? Hang on a second. I was like thinking, what the hell? Like, what's this White Tiger? Because obviously, and then I started reading up about the actual Marvel character, White Tiger, how he got his powers and everything. And he's flipping, he died in real life. Hector Ayla, like, you know, the guy. And his name's Kamara. His name was Kamara in real life.
Okay.
Kamara or Kama? Kama Reyes.
Okay. Damn, that's sad, isn't it? Literally, like, just come out and
it's just like, you know, and I was just like, oh shit. So anyway, it's definitely worth a watch. I think it's going to be good. You know, and are we going to get to see? The rumor is that we're going to get to see maybe the Punisher at some point.
Yeah. That's
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. So go check that one out. Now, this next piece, Devaldo, I want to pick your brains about this one. I've only seen the first episode of this show, and all I got to just say is, it's just, you know, is it shot on all in one take? Yes,
it's the same director as Boiling Point. Oh. That's why. But when I first saw this is Adolescence, by the way, Adolescence on Netflix. When I first heard Stephen Graham.
Yes.
And then the director of Boiling Point, I stopped the trailer and said, I don't need to know anymore.
Yeah.
Don't show me anything else. I don't need to know anything else. I know this is going to be good. That's it.
This is edge of your seat.
This, from the get-go, the camera just doesn't stop. This is a 9, 8.5, 9 out of 10. I've only seen 1.5 episodes so far.
Yeah.
Similar
I've only seen the first episode, and I'm like, what?
There's 4 episodes. That's a short one, but they're hour long. This you don't get better than this.
No.
Yeah, and this is tackling a very, very relevant current issue about sort of masculinity, relationship between men and women, boys and girls, the red pill movement, blue pill, black pill movement, the whole sort of Andrew Tate kind of, you know, those influencers and all these incels, and it talks about all those issues that, you know. Like I understand those issues. I deal with them all the time. Yeah. And obviously lots of parents and teachers and, you know, young people. It's a massive thing. And this deals with it on a next level. This is a good good show.
For me, Devout, it was scary. Do you know that? Like, please go into the house. Basically, just take, like 13-year-old kid, and oh man, I tell you what,
Busting down the door, armed
busting-
for a boy, and he's crying,
all the
wetting his
guns.
pants, and you're thinking, "Leave him alone. What's he done?" And then you realize, bit by bit, there's reasons why they're doing this.
Exactly, and they're treating a 13-year-old like basically like an adult. Like, we got to do this, we got to do that. And one thing, you said about Wilson Fisk and about Vincent D'Onofrio. He's acting. Stephen Graham. There's a shot of, they don't show it, but the 13-year-old boy, he's getting strip searched. So he's like, and then they just focus on Stephen Graham. You know what? That guy's he's a treasure. That guy.
He's cute. Do you know what I've noticed? There's nothing that he's been in that's been shit.
Yeah.
Only thing is, and I don't blame it on him, is Venom, but he's not really.
Yes, that's not his fault.
Exactly, but apart from that, everything he's in is good.
Yes.
And even the 13-year-old boy, I don't know who he is, but good actor as well.
He's really good, man.
He's acting way above his years. Anyway, we're talking too much. Stop what you're doing. Even if you got to stop this podcast right now,
and watch it.
Go and watch it and then come back. Yeah.
And this will be available for our listeners out in the US, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, man. It's there. It's everywhere.
Why?
Yeah.
Go watch it. All right, okay. Yeah. So those two shows, go check them out. And if you do watch them, please let us know on YouTube or on Twitter and get in touch with us. All right, let's do some trailers. We've got a few. Now, this one, Devaldo, this one just looked mad. It reminded me of John Constantine. This is called The Bondsman.
Yeah, this one, I forget who's in it now. It's Kevin Bacon. That's it.
Kevin Bacon, yeah.
Yeah, so this one, you're right. It's a bit like Constantine-ish. So Kevin Bacon, he's the bounty hunter who, I guess he was a bounty hunter in real life. He's resurrected. So let me read that actually. Resurrected bounty hunter gets an unexpected second chance at life, love, and nearly forgotten musical career, only to find that his new job is now basically hunting demons. So I guess he's died and come back, and he's I can't remember how he's got this deal, but he's made a deal to actually hunt demons.
Yeah.
And it's literally like you said, like Constantine. It's a bit comedy-ish. It's got kind
comedy
of horror.
It reminds me of Zombieland.
It's mad.
There was a movie that he did in the 80s, late 80s, I think, or early 90s. It was called Tremor. Did you ever see this movie?
Tremors, of course.
Yeah. He kind of like reminds me of, because he played a bit of a nerd, like a bit of a dork in that one. And it's kind of like that as well. So all those movies kind of rolled up into one, and it's called The Bondsman.
It looks like a fun film. I don't know if it's going to come out in the. Oh, it's a mini series. Okay, it's not a film; it's a mini series. So it's going to be out. It's going to be out soon in April the 3rd. So I'm not sure actually where to catch it, but once it comes out, we'll let you know. We will let you know, and we'll try and watch that one. All right, this next one. Now I know this one's coming out on Paramount Plus. This is called Mobland, and we spoke about Venom. Obviously, this stars Tom Hardy and it stars Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren, and I listened about. I kind of got the vibe of Gentleman a little bit. So on Netflix, there's a show called The Gentleman. There's a movie actually called The Gentleman as well. But Gentleman, the TV show, is really good, and Tom Hardy's in this one. So this kind of seems a bit more serious than that. Yeah, it kind of gave me what else? Like sort of not Snatch, but it kind of reminded me of what's his name, Guy Pearce type vibes. Do you know what I mean? What did I say? Guy Ritchie. I was like Guy Pearce. Any guy, you know. But exactly. Both guys. But yeah, definitely Guy Ritchie vibes, right? Yeah. Kind of gave me that. The way they're talking, the way it's kind of like. I think that. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of gave me that vibe, and it seems like you said. Oh, it's from the underworld of Guy Ritchie. It's from him. Oh, it's Guy Ritchie. But isn't it a bit close to heart to The Gentleman? I don't know. Yeah, but that's Guy Ritchie as well, isn't it? So it's like it's all Guy Ritchie. It's all this. When you watch it, you see his signature all over it. I think this one could be a bit more violent than what we've seen in the past. It could be. Tom Hardy he's a bit of a he looks like as if he's a bit of a bruiser in this. Yeah. Like he's the one that you call to get shit problems done. Yeah, he's a fixer. Yeah. He's a fixer. So he's the heavy. He got a problem bringing the heavies. Yeah, exactly. This looks looks all right.
Yeah, I mean, very busy actor. He's got Mobland. He's got this movie. Remember this one from
Havoc? Is it called
Havoc,
Havoc?
which is going to be
Havoc.
coming out very soon.
Yeah.
So and he's obviously got other stuff coming on. So he's a kind of like a really kind of working. He works pretty hard in the movies and stuff. So Mobland, go check out that. Now this other one I want to speak about. This one looks mad, as it always does with Black Mirror, season 7, Deval. Now this one. Now, the reason why this one caught my eye as well is because it kind of incorporates some of the other actors from previous
like seasons.
Yeah, it had the guy from who's the guy? Adam Warlock.
Yes. Oh my gosh, his name escapes me, but I know you're talking about. Wasn't he in Bandersnatch or something?
And then he's back in this. So he's back in this as well. So there's clips of him doing the Bandersnatch thing. So there's a game. There's this AI. There's a real focus on AI, like going into a virtual reality game, getting sucked. It's got Paul Giamatti. It's got it's got like a whole host of like big name actors in this, and it's the usual. Like
Will Poulter, that's his name again.
Will Poulter, that's it. Yeah. So man, it was mad, this one.
And it's got like a season 2 of Callista, SS Callista.
There you go. So
that's going to come back as well.
It's going to come back as well. You got Bandersnatch coming back as well, and there's obviously this whole thing.
There's an episode.
Issa Rae's in it
as well. Yeah, some big names in this. There's an episode in Black Mirror, the early, like I think it's like from the early ones, but the one where their eyes turn grey, and then people can see your history or something like that.
And then this is connected to that as well.
It looks like it might be different, but it just looks the technology looks similar. So I don't know if it's the same kind of episode or what, but it looks like they're kind of bringing back that kind of vibe. So they're looking to bring back what worked, because I think recently the Black Mirror episodes didn't do so well.
Yeah, because I know season 6 it wasn't.
Wasn't
as received well as the other ones.
No.
Yeah. No. All right. So go check that one out. So there's that. Now I'll quickly move on the other ones. F1, which is a new racing car movie. F1 Formula 1 stars Brad Pitt, and mentioning Brad Pitt, Deval, he's one of the executive producers of Adolescence.
Adolescence, I noticed that. Yeah, and also he was executive producer on Anora as well.
Yes. Like
my man's popping up everywhere behind the scenes.
Getting his fingers in everything. So he's in this movie. So and he's already done. Didn't he already do a racing movie before?
You probably could be right. I just can't remember.
I can't remember. But in this one, he plays kind of like an old school. He was like race car driver back in the day. He didn't make it, but he's been asked by Javier Bardem's character to train up a new bunch of kind of up and coming kind of Formula 1 racers. And it reminded me of Moneyball. Did you see Moneyball?
No.
Okay. Similar thing where Brad Pitt, he takes over. He's the coach of a baseball team, and he does it's kind of something. It reminded me of Need for Speed a little bit as well.
No, sorry. You're going to say another one. I'm going to say no.
Okay, Gran Turismo.
Oh yes, I've seen that one. Yeah, that was actually good. That was surprisingly good, actually.
Remember Gran Turismo, where they bring in what's his name, the Winter Soldier, the Russian Winter Soldier.
Oh yes, what's his name from Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yeah, detective. What's his name? Sheriff. What's his name? Sheriff. We do a podcast about movies. What's his name?
So, do you remember David Harbour?
David Harbour. That's it. Yeah.
So remember in Gran Turismo, he was that kind of that mentor figure type thing, and he goes, Brad Pitt is playing that guy, playing that character, but Formula 1. So sound, I think there's going to be some great kind of like Formula 1, like getting into the seat and crashes and
the science behind it, the G-force, all that kind of stuff. We have to learn about it. We need to know.
So there's all that stuff. So go check that one out. Now this one, The Life of Chuck, we just saw The Monkey just recently, which was a great laugh, great movie. That movie was based off of a Stephen King novel. This movie, The Life of Chuck, is also based off of a Stephen King novella. and it follows the life of this guy called Chuck, but the movie's broken down into 3 parts. So Chuck when he was young, it follows Chuck's life when he's young, when he's older, and when he's old, but it's not told in chronological order. And apparently the movie, if I haven't read the book, it's supposed to be so like life affirming. It's supposed to be the reviews that the stuff that I've heard about this is like amazing. Tom Hiddleston, he plays Chuck when he's in the middle years, and I don't know who plays him when he's in the younger years and the old years, but it looks good. It looks interesting. It's just a teaser trailer, but the buzz around this movie is huge.
It's got Mark Hamill, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillan, Tom Hiddleston, a whole bunch of people in this one.
Yeah.
So what is it? Sci-fi or something? What is it?
It's supposed to be sci-fi.
Horror. But Stephen King and Mike Flanagan, they're horror people.
Yeah, so it's supposed to have basically like a bit of everything, and it just follows this guy called Chuck and the 3 stages of his life and about what he goes through and what he's been and what he's learned and everything. So it'd be interesting to see. It just kind of looks
There's
weird.
more to it. There's going to be something, because those people don't get together without any kind of heart-pounding madness. Stephen King, Mike Flanagan. Expect it to be mad.
Exactly. And lastly, I can't remember if we spoke about this already, but Last of Us season 2 trailer dropped, and Deval, I played The Last of Us Part 2 just recently.
Okay.
The game, right? And if they're taking from that, then prepare to kind of like
a madness,
a madness. Prepare for madness in this one then. But yeah, man, one thing I noticed though, there's less Joel in this.
Oh, in the trailer?
In the trailer.
Okay, and there's more of the girl.
But if you play Last of Us Part 2, the game, there's less Joel.
Is it? So they're being true to the game then?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's
busy,
a good thing.
He's busy, Mr. What's his name?
Sure.
No, in real life, what's his name again? Pascal.
Pedro.
Pedro. Mr. Pedro. He's busy in real life, so I'm not surprised.
And everything. He's in everything at the moment. So
everything
go check it out.
At once.
Yeah, exactly. So go check that out, and let us know what you think. But I'm looking forward to that. I can't remember exactly when it's coming out.
Wait, that's going to be out April, but that's going to be. I'm going to watch season 1 again. I'm doing it like I did Game of Thrones. I'm going to watch the previous season, then watch next season. I'm on it. I'm all over it.
All right. Okay. Listen, look, folks, we're going to get into Anniversary Corner. And so this one from 20 years ago. Yeah. I mean, this one, it got a bit of a bad rap. The big name actors, Scarlett Johansson. It's got Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
And I remember watching this just once 20 years ago, Deval. I haven't seen it since.
Same, yeah. I think it could be one of those films that are ahead of their time, because sometimes I think sometimes it's a good idea, maybe execution or timing. Like, for example, Existence. That's a film that came out, I think, in 98 or something like that. And it's to do with, like, I think gaming and getting, like, all that kind of thing, and being in the game where it's so it's so realistic. That's something that we want to see now. But then it was a bit ahead of its time kind of thing. Whereas this film is this was made in 2005 or released in 2005, but it's meant to be it's set in basically 2019. 2019 for St. Patrick's Day soon. So he's gonna come back. He's been away for a long time,
Look, you mentioned Game of Thrones. It's got Sean Bean in this. I didn't even remember.
Yeah, look at the baddie in this, isn't it? Old Beanie Boy. This is Michael Bay, so you got the sweeping cameras and all that.
Oh, gosh.
Scarlett Johansson, Ewan McGregor, and Jumon Honsu as well. I think he's like almost like a bounty hunter in this. He's like a big gun kind of guy, a heavy. Michael Clark Duncan in this. The late Michael Clark Duncan is in this as well. But this is about clones. This is about people that are on the run. They're being tracked down by the government. I think there's some sort of clone or sort of donate. What's it called? Your organ donation program or something. The rich are able to, get different organs and get what they want and stuff like that, because people are cloned. I think they're cloned at birth, and then their organs are used to give to the rich
people.
Some sort of crazy thing that I think in the future, who knows, that could happen.
100% could happen.
Yeah, that could happen. But yeah, so it's an interesting film. They're always on the run. It's like futuristic kind of stuff, flying cars and all that kind of. They thought in 2019 we're going to have flying cars.
Can you believe it? It's like, what? That's just 2005.
I know. Scarlett Johansson looks very young in this. They both look very young.
So 2005. Hang on, no. 2008 was Marvel. So this was before Marvel.
Yeah, before she's first showed up in 2010, Iron Man 2.
Oh,
so it's 5 years before she even showed up in MCU.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and a couple of people. I was just having a quick look again and going back. A couple of people kind of like said it gives vibes of Gattaca. Do you remember Gattaca?
Yes, thank you. Exactly.
That's a great movie.
Yeah. I think that was 99 or 98. So
which was
7
kind of
years
before that kind of dystopian future and everything. Listen, look, cloning. We're gonna get into this in a moment because that movie leads us nicely into the main film review, which is Mickey 17.
Yeah.
But cloning, Devaldo, I mean, it's on the horizon. Who knows, man? That breakthrough when it happens.
It's already happened. We just don't know about it. I think.
Yeah, exactly.
That technology is probably already happening, but it's not regulated. It hasn't been cleared. It's illegal. But you watch people behind the scenes are doing this shit.
Exactly.
Organs and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into the main film review that we're going to be speaking about. So this is Mickey 17. This is a brand new release, and we mentioned Tom Hardy about being a working actor who's really busy. It seems like this guy's like busy as well. He's in a lot of things as well. He's doing this, and obviously he's preparing for Batman Part 2. So we're probably going to see a lot of kind of Robert Pattinson. And the reason why I'm liking him more now is because he does have a very he doesn't do after kind of like Twilight. He could have just been pigeonholed and thought, you do the heartthrob movie. But you know what? He took on risky subjects. Like he worked with David Cronenberg on a movie, and he worked with the Safdie brothers on something which is a movie called Good Time, which is really good.
I need to see that still.
Oh man, it's really good. And he's got a range. This guy Robert Pattinson, he's got a range, and he's done other things as well, which I think is really good. Now, my issue with this movie, Devaldo, is I don't know how to pigeonhole it. I don't know how to describe it because it's a mad cap of a movie. It's just so bonkers. It's set in the future. It's set in the year 2054. Robert Pattinson, he is on Earth. He is a restaurant. He's opened up a restaurant. He owes someone money, but he has to escape, and he has to go to a different planet. And the person taking them to this planet is flipping Hulk Hogan. Is the Incredible Hulk.
Mark Ruffalo.
Who plays this crazy, eccentric. So part of me is thinking, okay, this is kind of like a satirical movie. All the way through the movie, I was like, what is the director trying to say? And we've got to look back and think of Bong Joon Ho. His movies, Parasite won the Oscar. Before that, we had Snowpiercer. Was it Snowpiercer? Did he do Snowpiercer?
I don't know if he actually did that. He might have,
He did Okja. He did this movie called Okja.
Oh, I think I heard of that one. Yeah. I heard of that one.
Which is on Netflix, which is kind of a message about.
Yes, he wrote that, and he wrote Snowpiercer as well. Yes,
he wrote Snowpiercer, and he wrote. So, you can see his kind of, I can see kind of his stamp in those kind of movies, and but I was just trying to think, like, what's he trying to say? And throughout the whole movie, there's kind of things that happen. Like, we got this character called Mickey. He signs up for this thing where, he goes off to a different planet, the Niflheim planet or something. Yeah. But his job is to be a clone, is to be the kind of, he's like the test tube.
A crash test dummy almost. I think, he's there to be expendable. I think the program was an expendable, to be an expendable. Yeah.
which is mad. So they land on this planet. They don't know if this planet has got like air. So you know what they do? They send Mickey 1 out there. When Mickey 1 dies, they clone his body, and then we have Mickey 2. And so he's going out there. So there's a whole kind of sequence of deaths that he goes through. They throw him down a chute, and then he just gets kind of cloned back again. He gets cloned until we get to Mickey 17. And the thing there is that Mickey 17, he doesn't die. They think he's dead, but he's not dead. And then they clone him, and then you have Mickey 18. So there's Mickey 17 and Mickey 18. Deval, honestly, I just thought the movie was entertaining. Don't get me wrong. Robert Pattinson he's a brilliant actor. He's brilliant in this. And the supporting cast, Naomi Aki, she's going to be mad. So she was in Brick twice. She's gonna pop off big time. She's going to be an Oscar winner really soon, I reckon. And but yeah, man, it was just a madcap of a movie for me.
Yeah, similar, and you're right. I think there's probably messaging in this film that we probably don't even realize what we're seeing yet. And there's so many. It is a science sort of, I guess, play on humanity and our desires to, I guess, explore the universe and colonize and all that sort of thing, and the reasons why we should do it. And I guess Mark Ruffalo's character is almost like capitalism at its like sort of utmost, and an organization or person that owns a company and doesn't really know what he's doing, but he needs to look like he knows what he's doing. And who does that remind you of? You know what I mean? It's like you get leaders like that just Absolutely. They're good at the sound piece, they're good at standing up like that, but really they don't know what they're talking about, but they understand what needs to be said to make people, to influence people. But for me, this film, and again, I agree, Robert Pattinson, I've never seen Twilight, so I haven't got that in my mind of him. Yeah. So for me, he can't be ruined in that way. But yeah, the performance was good. He had to be 17 different people, and each Mickey that comes out is slightly different than the last.
Yeah,
because they store the memories, and then they store it somewhere, and then they can make copies so that they have their essence stored up, because the copy that comes out, and even the copying process is this obviously. This is way down, like this is technology or whatever, but the copying process is almost like a printer, and when the body comes out, it comes out like a piece of paper.
Yes.
So people are just working in the background or whatever, and the body is coming out. Just like, and sometimes you forget to open the tray so that the paper gets, when the paper comes out of the printer, it comes out and it lands on the tray.
Nice.
And these people see him as so disposable, they forget sometimes to put the tray at the bottom, so the body just comes out and it's flopping.
It just falls on the floor.
Exactly. It's like he's nothing to them because he's going to die soon. There was one copy that was going to last 10 minutes because what they were going to do to him, he wouldn't last 10 minutes. And it's like, it was so quick. He was like, oh, I'm only going to be here 10 minutes. And actually, maybe 15 if you're lucky. And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
It's mad. It's like, it's just all the different things he goes through, just obviously for our benefit. It's almost like, you look at animal testing and stuff like that. People that really feel strongly about animal testing and it shouldn't happen. This is like a human version of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. They throw in, so there's comedy elements in there as well. And they put in, like, the director, he's added in these kind of elements to make us think about kind of, right, where are we as a society? Where are we going? Where are we heading? They land on a planet, and Mark Ruffalo's character is like, okay, you know what? Let's just destroy the creatures that are on there. Yeah. And there's a bit in there where Naomi Aki's character, she's like, can't you see what you're doing? You're exterminating, the creatures. They were already here. And in my head, and I'm like, that's what humanity has done to so many cultures and civilizations.
Exactly. Yeah.
So there was that element, and then the way he does it in this kind of bonkers way, they add this cloning kind of thing in there. And if given the chance, Divaldo, I think humans would want to clone a part of us. A part of us. There's a group in society where it'll be like, oh, you know what? Let's clone ourselves, and then we can live on forever, and we can kind of keep doing this. But then obviously there would be another part of society which is it's unethical for religious reasons, and for all sorts of various kind of reasons. And there's that interesting question: And I was just like, holy shit, man. Imagine if there was a clone of you, Divaldo.
Yes. And like I say, I think these sorts of things are probably happening or are about to happen just under our noses. We're not going to know about it because we're not important enough. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they've cloned sheep. What was that sheep that they cloned
Dolly.
ages ago? Dolly or something. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man. There's prisoners out there that are meant to be on death row or they're supposedly dying in prison,
Yeah.
and they really take them somewhere to test on them to see how it works. Do
Who
you know what I
knows
mean?
what's going on? So, I mean,
Homeless people, whatever. They just
oh
get
man,
it.
yeah, yes, yeah, exactly. Talk about homeless people. There's a bit in the movie about the homeless killer.
Oh yes, yes. The homeless killer who cloned himself.
Yes,
A guy cloned himself so that he can be in two places at the same time. He could be at a kid's party while he's there killing people.
which I
Like
thought was mad.
yeah. That's the
It's
only thing that they said in the film that was illegal. You can't have multiples. So
yeah,
you can't have two people at the same place. You can't have two people existing at the same time, so one after the other. So that was the only thing that they had a rule about, really, that they kind of
yeah,
stuck to.
yeah. So I mean, look, it's an interesting and entertaining movie. I thought it was at some point. I was like, I came out of the cinema and I was like, holy shit, man, this was a long film.
Oh, is it? You felt that? You felt
I
it was long, yeah?
I not whilst I was watching it, but then as I
Okay.
walked out, I was like, "Oh my gosh, man! Yeah, it's like midnight." I'm like, so yeah,
Okay.
but I wasn't kind of like bored in any bits. I just thought I just felt like as if okay, there's something coming, there's something coming, there's something coming, and then at the end of it, I was like, "Oh right, okay, so I get it." The director's trying to basically say to us, look, in the years to come, in the future, there's a conversation that we need to have about where humanity's going. And maybe we have to kind of, go off planet, Deval, because of look at what we're doing to the planet now.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's a strong message. Yeah. Or we need to just look after the planet then. Look
Yeah.
after what we've got because it's special because there's not many planets out there like Earth, which they've proven now. So look after what we've got.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, I mean, I don't think this is going to be an Oscar winner, to be honest with you. Like Parasite,
I don't think so.
I don't think it's got that kind of heft that Parasite had and kind of, that whole thing. But I mean, look, it's a piece of entertainment. It's great to see Naomi Aki, Robert Pattinson acting the socks off of this one, and to see Mark Ruffalo play a madcap.
Mad. Toni Collette as well. She was in it as well.
To do something different.
Yeah. This is from a book. A guy called Stephen Colbert. No,
Right.
yeah, Stephen Colbert. Was it him that wrote the book?
Is it Stephen
Am I getting
Colbert?
it wrong?
There's a TV show guy called Stephen Colbert.
Oh no, sorry, it's Adam Ashton. Sorry, Edward Ashton. Edward Ashton's book, a novel called Mickey 7. But the director said he called it Mickey 17 because he wanted more Mickeys to kill.
No, okay, yeah.
More Mickeys to kill. So yeah.
Interesting. And it's had Stephen Yeun in it as well. Who plays a bit of an arsehole.
Yes, yeah. There you go. Yeah, Invincible. Mr. Invincible, Glenn. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So listen, look, that's Mickey 17. I don't know if other people are going to get as much mileage out of it. I don't know. It was entertaining. It was fun. It was quirky. It's got an interesting, premise to it. I don't think for me it was a classic.
No. And talking about classics, if we can just quickly jump to Hidden Gem. We're not going to do a massive review on this one. I just thought we should mention it because we're talking about Mickey 17. But this is the film called Moon, directed by Duncan Jones, who is the son, actually, of who?
David Bowie.
Exactly, David Bowie. And this film came out in 2009. It stars Sam Rockwell, Kevin Spacey. And this is about an astronaut called Sam Bell, same name as Sam Rockwell, who has a quintessentially personal encounter toward the end of his 3-year stint on the moon. So he gets sent to the moon for a 3-year time period to work, basically, do certain tests and just work basically. And at the end of that 3-year period, he realizes that basically he's being cloned, and another version of him comes to do another 3-year stint. because that's how long the clones last, 3 years. So it's like this cloning thing, like especially for space travel and space colonization, this is something that I think humans are already thinking this is the best way to maximize our ability in space. So
Let's
it's not a coincidence. Exactly.
Send a clone of ours to wherever.
Exactly. So yeah, Moon is definitely a really good film.
Really good film.
It's literally one character or two characters in the whole film. Very. It's not so shiny. It's a bit more grounded, but the messaging is massive in this one as well, and it's just a really good film. So if you're looking to watch films about clones and stuff like that, obviously Mickey 17, go and watch that. But you know, Moon, you can catch it now. I think it's on. I think it is on Amazon Prime now.
There you go.
You can watch it there now. Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, listen, look, folks, we hope you enjoyed that show. Remember, keep it locked with the Flixters. We've got other stuff coming out that we want to be speaking about. Some big summer blockbuster movies are going to be coming out, aren't they, soon? Jurassic and Thunderbolts, and I mean, we're getting something from the MCU, aren't we? Similar, something soon.
Well, July's Fantastic Four, but before that, I don't think there's anything before that. Yeah, Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts before that. Yeah.
Thunderbolts before that, and then obviously Fantastic Four, and then there's going to be obviously Jurassic, and there's going to be other stuff coming out, and there's going to be all the other stuff that's coming out on streaming and whatnot. So we will.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a Divider this year. It's going to ram-packed out this year. So hit us up on YouTube, message us on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and see you on the next one.
All right. Peace out.